Hello there, it's me, Sari here again, and today I'm here with a scrap haul from the scrap or craft expo that I went to yesterday. I did post a couple of Swedish videos of that expo, and even though I tried speaking in English, I just couldn't make it work, so I'm sorry to say I can't translate those. I don't even know how to make a new voice over on those videos, so I'm sorry to say that I can't really make that work. But instead I thought I'd just let you in on what I found on that craft expo there in Kungälv. I did go to several booths and well, at first I didn't really know where to go, but I started off buying this. This is a chunky white deep impression embossing enamel, and this one will give you sort of a snowy look if you choose to do that. You could just sprinkle this on top of your card and heat set it from underneath, and then the plastic will melt and you can have a sort of a snowy scene landscape on your cards. And after that I went to a booth where I found quite a lot of stamps, I must say. I started off by seeing this Santa. I have been admiring this Santa from Make It Crafty for quite some time now, and I haven't really found it in any stores. This one is called Cheery Santa, and it has got a fellow to go with it. This stamp is at this size, so the picture here is actually really, I mean, I think it's the same size as it should be, whilst this one has got a smaller image compared to this stamp on the back. And this one is also a fun looking stamp, and I know that I'm going to have to challenge myself coloring this in. And here you can see a little bit of the snow effect I was talking about. So just after having colored your figurine, you could just sprinkle on that white chunky embossing enamel and hope for the best, of course. And I also saw this cute little guy. This one is called Floppy. It's also from Make It Crafty, and I thought that I would go for that stamp. These are unmounted, so you do need to put these on easy mount, or perhaps even it's not tacky glue that I'm looking, tack and peel, I think. You can just add that on your craft block or stamp block and just fasten the stamps like this, but I'm going to go for the easy mount for these. After that I saw two sets from stamps from Whimsy Stamps, and I do like Whimsy Stamps for their text stamps quite a lot, I must say. So here are some beautiful Christmassy stamps, and they are actually mounted, so all you have to do is cut them out and start stamping. And since I am right now in a sort of a clean and simple card making mood, I just want to make these work with the things that I've got. Now just look at those beautiful fonts in that sleigh bells ring. Are you listening? And the word magic. I mean, sometimes the word M and the G just rock my world. And, you know, I just couldn't help myself when I saw this. And then I saw this one also. I thought it was a really nice sleigh thing going on there, and all roads lead home, and I'm thinking that one could actually work just anywhere, even to Pocket Page, Scrapbooking or Project Life. So, Sleigh Ride is the name for this one, whilst this one is called Holiday Cheer, and they are from Whimsy Stamps, and you can just go there to look for them at whimsystamps.com. And then I went rather mad when it came to these small stamps. I have seen a simple, or let's say clean and simple card maker called Petra. She is making really simple and clean cards, and I was sort of inspired by her. And in this I just couldn't let Halloween go without getting this one, Happy Halloween, with a really fun looking font. And here I've got some really small words which say congratulations, thank you, I'm sorry, hugs, get well, and hugs and kisses. And here is a small greeting, and the stamps are rather small and tiny, and I sort of like that. Here are some screw heads, get well, also a fun looking font, I must say. This isn't a card, this is a hug with a fold in the middle. Detta är inte ett kort, det är en kram med en vikning på mitten. And I thought that was rather funny. And then I got mad when it came to these speech bubbles. I'm thinking that I might stamp these in a sort of pale color and then put a saying on top of it. So I'm hoping I'll be making these work. I'm also thinking that if I have a really pale light color, I could actually make the text stamp go just a little bit outside the speech bubble, just to mess up with things really. Here is a fun looking font as well. God Jul means Merry Christmas in Swedish. Here's a tie stamp. You can actually just stamp this on a piece of pattern paper and cut it out and have a really long, fun looking tie. Here is a post stamp, Göteborg, Gothenburg. Thank you for a lovely day. Look at those fonts, I love them. Here's another thing with a star. I was thinking that I could also do some stamping with this in a light color perhaps, or even in bold colors, and even put a red text stamp on top or something. I'm hoping I'll be able to make it work. Here is another fun looking stamp. I just wanted to give you a really big hug. Jag ville bara skicka dig en jättestor kram. A cute little greeting in a circle, lovely. And then there's another Santa or gnome I'll be hoping to have some fun with. And these come from Gummiapan. You can find them at gummiapan.com. And then I got myself 2 stamps from Inkido. It's a Swedish stamp company that doesn't exist anymore, but I did get these anyway. I did like the roughness of this font. I mean, this is sort of similar to my handwriting, but even though I thought I could write this by myself, I can't emboss what I write by myself. So that's why I went for this one. So this one says Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And just look at that wonderful ett sign there. And here's another one, God Jul I år igen. Merry Christmas this year again, or again. And well, that's about it. And then I wanted to get my hands on some dies, and most preferably word dies. There aren't that many, especially in Swedish, that I can put my hands on, but I thought that these Merry Christmas and Happy New Year dies could actually rock my world. And they are from a Swedish company called Mandays. You can find them at engströms.se or Engstroms without the ö. And these are rather fancy, I must say. And the good thing about these dies, of course, is that they are put together, so you can have them in one go and just have your glue or whatever you just might put on them. You might easily actually run the die cuts in a Xyron sticker maker machine. I'm hoping that'll actually help me out a little bit. And then I went to another booth where I found this beautiful Polaroid frame. This one is on the vertical side, or let's say not vertical, it's a sort of rectangle instead of a square. No, what am I saying? It's not completely squared, it's a little bit longer here and there. And it also has a couple of words that I was hoping I'll be able to make it work with. So life, love, and 2 Polaroid frames there. And then I got myself a set of dies from Lala Crafts Dies. A bit on the pricey side, I must admit, 299 crowns. But I sort of fell in love with the stitched patterns on all of these die cut or dies, so I'm hoping I'll be able to use them. So before I start die cutting these, I'm just going to tell you, you absolutely have to take these away from this frame, because otherwise you won't be ending up with a nice oval. You'll be ending up with lots of holes in the oval. So that's what I'm looking for. So either you can just twist and bend them, or you could just use Tim Holtz's red scissors to cut these, snip them off. And here's the final thing that I got yesterday. This one is a set of 2 long speech bubbles from Paper Smooches, and this was the last one. So thank you, Petra, for giving me this. Now I can actually start making really nice looking things with just a long saying in here. So that's it from me. I hope you sort of saw something new that you could lay your hands on and started getting some new ideas perhaps even. I'm going to sign off right now. Bye bye.